Sampras at 1-4, third set.
Well, rusedski not necessarily relying on his serve to do it, just doing his utmost here to get a second break of serve. Give him that insurance, of course. Rather apt looking at the sign behind him. Maybe a bit premature, but I think if rusedski wins this tournament, he overtakes Tim Henman in the money stakes this year. Tim Henman at the moment standing at number 14, 1,100,000 odd. rusedski at 768. It would take him to 1,161,000.
After the early break, Sampras holding his serve reasonably comfortably. But he's got 2 more opportunities to break Greg, otherwise it's all over. Rock solid behind the forehand volley.
Really getting down to all kinds of detail here. He served out so well against Kafelnikov, lost just the 6 points in the final set on his serve.
Well, earlier in the week, that was the one part of his game, the forehand volley, that looked a little vulnerable. Hasn't today at any stage.
He's not trying anything dramatic. Just getting a bit, not hitting it quite as flat as he sometimes does, as left-handers sometimes do. Getting a bit of the underside of the racket there, and again there, just not taking on too much on the serve.
Just a few whistles. Some of the crowd thought Sampras might have gone for that, but he was totally wrong-footed. Just too good. And now he's a game away from the biggest victory of his career. When you look at that scoreline, you have to look again just to take stock.
Yes, maybe they've got the 6 and the 7 transposed or something.
Has it really happened? So, can Sampras come back? Does he believe he can come back?
Yes, I don't really think that he wants.
So Sampras at 2-5, serving to stay in the match. It was the shot of a broken man.
And all credit to rusedski, because I don't think it's anything other than rusedski's polished performance, frankly, that has done this.
And could he go out in the grand manner here, rusedski, by breaking Sampras again? spot on. And boy, did he need it.
Yes, maybe he's got to miss-hit one or two in order to win points, because how can you anticipate those? Rusedski is on to everything else.
Well, there was no conviction or concentration there at all. Sampras is spent really mentally now. And here are 2 match points for rusedski. 2 championship points. Still, some of the pedigree is there.
Well, the pride of the champion.
Oh, well done. Terrific footwork.
Yes, this was a pretty good lob by rusedski. It took a fairly Herculean effort here.
Three aces in the game, 14 in all. And now you look at Greg and wonder what's going through his mind as he gathers himself to serve out for this match. And if he does so, the first British player ever to win a Mercedes Super 9, a top-tier event on the ATP Tour. It's in. What a shot! Unbelievable smash. It looked the perfect lob.
It was. Because rusedski, with those sort of straight legs of his, doesn't get back to those particularly well, but he hadn't, and yet he did.
And he plays through the noise so well. We saw there was uproar against Kafelnikov, and he played through that so well. And that first point there was, well, just the best point he's played in the match.
Well, it's the sort of thing he might have to do if they encountered one another in a Davis Cup match, except they'd all be shouting for him, of course.
An hour and 44 minutes. And now he has the major chance. Third match point, but this time he's got the weapon in his hand. A quite outstanding performance from Greg Rusedski. It wasn't so much a victory as a mauling, and he's going over to Sven Grönefeld, who's been coaching him through this summer, to congratulate him. And together they have forged one heck of a partnership. Fabulous performance from Rusedski.
Well, it's absolutely stunning, really. It's San Jose all over again, except then he was injured. Today, I think he's bruised sampras.
Well, for me, in the 2 decades or so that I've been watching British tennis closely, that's the best performance I've seen from a British player. And with Henman playing so well, and now Rusedski back to his very, very best. What a time this is for British tennis, and both Tim and Greg could well be in Hanover.
Yes, if you think of the final in Bâle, Henman beats Agassi. The final in Paris, Rusedski beats Sampras. That says a lot.
Extraordinary achievement. Don't forget, you can join us all through this coming week. Fru and I'll be covering the tournament with Greg and Tim and Sampras from Stockholm. And David Mercer will be commentating on Kafelnikov's bid to get to Hanover in Moscow. But we salute a really tremendous performance from Greg Rusedski, the winner here of the 13th Paris Open, beating Sampras, the world #1, in straight sets.